Well, I've got something that's actually moved higher over the past year, Nicole. ValueClick. This is one of those companies, an integrated online marketing company. You know, it competes with the Googles and the Yahoos of the world, even though they're in a way a partner of ValueClick's. This is a company that is, even on a day like this, 46% year over year. ValueClick CEO is joining me now. He is Jim Zarley. He just returned to the CEO position recently. And Jim, on a day like this, let's get to the news first of all. You've been in this business a long enough time as a publicly traded company. What do you make of moves today in the market and just sort of the sentiment here in America right now?
Well, fortunately, Liz, we've been around long enough that we've seen these up and down markets more than once. And as long as our fundamentals are right in our business and we're growing our company the way that we should be and we maintain a strong balance sheet, we view these opportunities as being buying opportunities for us. We're in a wonderful industry that's growing very well, 11% growth in our industry. ValueClick has just reported a 26% year-over-year growth and a 40% year-over-year EPS growth. So we're extremely excited about the opportunities for us. And I would say that if this market continues the way it is, we'll view it as we have in the past to being a real buying opportunity for our stock.
Right. I mean, of course, it's a tough day when a CEO looks at his stock and it's down 5%, but perspective, of course, is certainly important. You guys have beat estimates 5 quarters straight. What is driving your business right now? Is it U.S.? Is it foreign countries? Which part of the globe would you point to and say, thank goodness for that part of the rocket fuel of this world?
No, it's primarily here in the United States, quite frankly, and it's the new products that we brought to market. More and more people are on the internet and are using mobile devices. We've expanded our products into mobile advertising. We've recently added video advertising as well, and the display business, which ValueClick's been a big player in for some time, is really the beneficiary of a lot of the growth that's coming through today. We've recently, just this past week, announced also an acquisition of a company called Datomi, who fits in very, very well with all of our divisions. So they're growing at a better than 50% year-over-year growth. If you look at what we've done,
I wanted to point something out, which I think is important. Your company is debt-free. Why was it important to get yourself into that position, and was that a defensive play for you?
Well, I've been involved in the company for 13 years, and we have always built the company to be profitable and to maintain very strong margins and to be in a position so that when these kinds of things that happen today happen, that we can be opportunistic about what we do with the cash that we've got. We have never had debt in our company in the 13 years that I've been around. We are going to take on a little bit with this recent acquisition, but frankly, it can be cleared in a matter of less than a year in very short months, frankly.
The goings-on in Washington, D.C. are a little reminiscent, certainly, of what the state of California went through about a year ago, where the budget was just in total disarray and the state was paying people with IOUs. Is there anything that you could say as a business leader, maybe to the president, about what's the next step? What would be the best thing to encourage hiring, even though you guys, you've increased your headcount by, I believe, about 10% from the start of the year and are continuing to hire, but what would you say is the best way to inspire job creation?
The best way, in my mind, is to eliminate this gridlock between these two parties. In my opinion, both parties have failed its people. And that these two parties, I've said many times that when you sit down with the average person and you talk about the issues that we have as a country, 80% of the people agree on almost everything. It's the 10% extreme on both sides that really get in the way, as far as I'm concerned, and people that are making really critical decisions on the political side are making decisions based on those two 10% extremes.
Jim, it's good to talk to you. We'd love for you to join us again as the business continues. You pulled a Howard Schultz and returned to CEO position of the company. It's obviously doing well for the company. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great. Thank you very much, Liz. Appreciate it.
ValueClick, important to point out, up 46%. Granted, down 5% today, but doing very well this